Hi there, it's Xenia with Sweet Earth, and welcome to another Sunday Stroll. The fields are planted, finally, with all the summer seedlings and the dahlia tubers. Perennials went in the fall for the most part, and spring flowers went in earlier in the year, but all summer blooming annuals are planted and the dahlia fields are finally fully planted. In this field behind me here, we have a little under 1,200 tubers. The beds were prepared, the stakes put in, irrigation lines were run, and finally all the tubers went in. There's several more throughout the landscape beds, but this is our main dahlia field. If you want information on how I fertilized the beds and how I prepped and planted the dahlia tubers, refer back to one of my earlier Sunday Stroll videos. I will link that down below so that you can easily access that. But what I wanted to tell you about in this Sunday Stroll video was how I am protecting my fields from deer. So there's several different strategies I'm using. There is companion planting, so planting herbs and plants that they don't eat or that are poisonous to them around the perimeter of the beds. So that would include calamintha, marigolds, and garlic. So there's a lot of different plants that I've selected. Cleome is another one that's pretty to look at, but they don't like that at all. So that's one method. The second method, and the primary method, is a tool called the scarecrow. And I'll show you how that, it's a mechanical sensor that shoots out a loud, if you hear it in the background there, loud stream of water that scares them away. And so I have those strategically placed throughout the farm at various points where I know they're coming from. So let me turn this video around and show you how it works. Okay, so this is the scarecrow. This is the unit here, and it comes with a partial stake, but I want it up higher so that it can be more impactful, and also that the sensor is up higher so that it could see the deer coming. So I've mounted it on a post here. And as you can see, it was shooting out water. So the trick to this is to make sure that you are pointing the sensor in the right direction. So make sure it's pointing out towards the area where the deer would be coming from. So here they're more likely to come out from the woods here, from the edge of the woods. So the sensor, which is on this front side here, will sense them and then start to shoot out water. And this is where you can set it so that you can direct the flow of water, the radius of the flow of water. So while you're working on setting this up, be prepared to get wet. Also, you might get wet if you forget to turn the sensor off before you go out into the fields or walking around behind it. But this is a great tool for keeping the deer out of the garden. You can also mount it lower if you're having problems with rabbits or other kind of rodents that are closer to ground level. So there you go. I leave it on. So this is what the box looks like. The maker is Contact Electronics, and this is the older model. I will put a link in the description of the newer model, which is the one that you're more likely to find. I'll put my Amazon link down below if you're interested in getting one for yourself. It is a motion activated sprinkler called a scarecrow. I forgot to mention that you connect it to your water source just with a garden hose. And it also has another valve here at the back that you can connect a Y to, or another hose to use for sprinkling. So it's pretty easy to hook up. So I leave this on overnight, from dusk till dawn when I'm not out in the field, to prevent any unwanted visitors to the fields while I'm not here. This is another product that I use. It's called Repels All, and I normally use it for rabbits in particular. It is made by Bonide, and it is People and Pets Safe. It's a granular. I use the granular version. There are liquid, I believe, as well, and perhaps powder, but I prefer the granular. And I just sprinkle this around my sunflowers in particular, the seedlings. So that's the third option I go to keep critters out of the garden. So just to wrap up, the 3 ways that I keep deer and rabbits out of the gardens and the flower fields is, number 1, using the motion sensor water scarecrow. Number 2 is companion planting, mostly with herbs. And 3 is the Repels All granular product that I went over. And I use that primarily for rabbits, and I use it to keep them from feasting on my sunflowers. What do you use in your garden to keep the deer and the rabbits out, other than fencing, which is probably the number 1 option? But I don't want to have fencing here because I'd like that open field vibe. And also, it's a new farm, and at the moment I want to save on investing in that big expense. So far, the water scarecrow has been really effective, and combined with the companion planting and the Repels All, so far so good. What do you use in your garden? I'd like to know, to keep the deer and the rabbits out. Is there anything that you're using that you want to share that's been effective and that you've had success with? I'm always looking for ways to keep the deer and the rabbits out, so please leave a comment below and let me know. Thanks for taking the Sunday stroll with me.